As of recently, there hasn't been too much good horror games. I mean, there definitely has been some good ones, but not a lot that really change the scene or really do anything new. Horror games, as of now, mostly do the whole mascot horror trend, and I'm mostly referring to indie games, which I don't even know if I can call half these games horror games. Like, I know these games are directed at 8-year-olds, but even then, when I was 8, I would not find any of this scary. Just look at this shit. Anyways, you want to know something scarier than Jumbo Josh? Well, imagine this. You're playing Sonic CD on the Sega CD, and you already beat the game. It was so fun. The time travel mechanic was cool. You really liked Amy. You really, really liked Amy. And so you're bored. So you decide to look at cheat codes online. And well, you found out how to access the sound test screen by clicking down, 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 left, right, then A on the menu. And by doing that combination of buttons, you're taken to the sound test screen. Using this menu, you can hear sounds from the game, but more importantly, you can insert secret codes to look at art from the developers. That sounds pretty cool. Well, when you insert a couple of codes, and isn't that some cool Sonic art? Like, look at him, he's a rapper with Dr. Eggman as a DJ. Isn't that funny? And this one's sick. It's Sonic, but like buff. And whoa, it's Tails from Sonic 2. What the freaking crap? Alright, let's insert one more code. What the actual hell? This is just a creepy ass visual to see. Sonic with what seems to be a human face or maybe a mask. The music, which in the Japan version, this is the final boss music, which sounds way more funny and upbeat. But over here in the States, the final boss music is one of the scariest tracks I've ever heard in my life. The text, which translates to "fun is infinite," is kinda unsettling, and the signature Majin, which is a term to describe a devil or demon. All of this together makes for one spooky image, but it isn't as scary as people make it out to be. You know, as originally intended, the music is intended to be the Japan music, which, just take a listen. Yeah, that's not scary. As Sega worked on this game in Japan, it makes sense that this was the intended music. I have no idea why the music over here is so scary, dude. It is terrifying. I don't know why. And the signature Majin is actually just the childhood nickname of the developer and game landscape designer Masato Nishimura. So with all that, this image still is unsettling as hell, but that wasn't the original intention. A lot of games made for kids or non-scary games do have some unsettling and creepy parts to them. So in this video, I wanted to take a look at them and see how scary they can get. Earthbound is a game published by Nintendo in 1994. The game is a sequel to Mother, which released in 1999. Earthbound is an RPG game and you play as Ness, or better known as the guy from Smash Bros. The game, from what I've heard, is a pretty good RPG and is regarded as one of the best of all time. But anyways, let's get to the scary part. So throughout the game you play as Ness, and you and your party have friends go through the game collecting stuff and defeating enemies to save the world from Gygas. Who's Gygas? Well, in the final boss fight we get to see. I'm not really an Earthbound expert, so my accounting of this may be a little janky, but it starts out with you fighting what seems to be something that looks like Ness, the player. Then after a while, this happens. My god. It's unsettling. I don't even know how to describe this creature. It's a face. It's multiple faces. I have no clue. The music goes from cool and, like, kind of funky to like what sounds like a phone, and then just a jumble of creepy ass sounds. It's a very unsettling boss fight, I can say the least. The whole thing from start to finish is kind of just a little odd. But I mean, that's kind of what Earthbound is known for. But this within itself is just very creepy. Piglet's Big Game is a game released in 2003, developed by Doki Denki Studio. The game centers around Piglet and how he tries to overcome his fears. Now, this game may seem innocent, like how the hell is Piglet going to scare you? But it gets scary. This game on the outside is a Piglet game, yeah, but within the game you play as Piglet going through his friend's dreams. Then you reach Al's dream, and it's eerie. Like, nothing in the game is scary by itself, but the gameplay being a combination of a fixed camera angle like early Resident Evil games compared with the scary ass ambience music. Like, I thought we were playing Piglet's game, not Silent Hill. Just take a listen to this track. Yeah, this is just, I don't know. The track contrasts heavily to the game's box art. You'd never expect this to be in a game like this. There's segments in the game where you're just running through environments that are just reminiscent of Resident Evil 1. Like, look at this. And then the game just has these references to Silent Hill, which is just, it's kind of funny. It's just an eerie game, and as of recently, the game has rose to popularity due to the eerie nature of the game, and because of that, if you do look on eBay for a copy of this game, the prices go as high as $250. All that for a 20-year-old PS2 game. I have to admit though, the game is well made. It's kind of funny too. It's like the developers wanted to make a survival horror Silent Hill type game, but had to make a shitty Piglet game. So they just made this, and it's kind of cool. Like, nothing like this game would be made today, and the fact this game got made like this, it just, I don't know, it's kind of beautiful. Echo the Dolphin is a game developed by Appaloosa Interactive and published by Sega. The game came out on the Sega Genesis and has you play as Echo the Dolphin. Throughout, you just go for the ocean and kill aliens. Yep, I just said that. This whole game is kind of weird, but what I want to talk about is the final boss. I know I keep doing this, but this shit is actually scary. This guy looks like a xenomorph. I don't know, this thing is just the scariest thing, especially with the silly ass music playing in the back. But it's still a scary moment within this game. Like, this design, just, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just so creepy to me. It's like it looks like a xenomorph and predator like fused together. You'd never expect this if you look at the game's box art. It's just what's so surprising about it. I would expect this thing to be in Doom or something, but a game called Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, it's just very creepy. Now, this one is a pretty popular one, but in Pokemon Red and Blue, there's a village you come across titled Lavender Town. Now, this may not seem scary, and now it really isn't, but when I was younger, I was terrified of this place. The ghosts roaming around, the cemetery, ooh, and that music. You all know that music. Dun, 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 dun. And then they come in with the dun, 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 dun. All of this alone isn't too scary. It's a little much, as Pokemon is a game targeted towards small children, but the reason this is so scary is because of the creepypasta. Now, I know this is uncharted territory for this video, but you can't talk about Lavender Town without the creepypasta. Aw, man. So basically, the Lavender Town Syndrome creepypasta goes like this. A bunch of Japanese kids played Pokemon, and once they reached Lavender Town and heard the music, they killed themselves.
Whoa. What in the world?
It's classic internet creepypasta type stuff. I don't know. The creepypasta says that they did this because of some frequency in the song that only children can hear, like the brown note.
This one, Kenny. Carmen, what the hell are you doing? We're trying to find the brown noise. It's this one pitch, this certain frequency that makes people lose bowel control. What's lose bowel control? That's a scientific term for crapping your pants.
There's like other side effects like insomnia or something. There's also a part in certain versions of this story that say the person who made this song wanted to annoy children instead of harm them. And then there's some that say Nintendo worked with the government. Yeah, it's kind of a stupid story if you really take a step back to look at it. But I mean, a lot of creepypastas are stupid. Like Squidward's suicide was scary, but now it's really, really stupid. Anyways, on the next. BioShock Infinite is a pretty good game. I love the whole BioShock franchise and hope to make a video relating to BioShock in the future. But anyways, while playing, you run into a lever and pull because you have to save Elizabeth. You pull it and then you turn around and this guy appears from behind you and he scares you. If you're not expecting this, it can actually scare you really bad, but it's just a cheap jump scare. I mainly wanted to include this entry just because yeah, just because I can. This one is a bit of a smaller one like the last one we covered, but in Batman Arkham Knight, while grappling and gliding around the city, if you grapple onto a building, there's a chance Man-Bat can pop up and give you a scare. There's also a chance Joker can do this too.
Why so serious?
Like my first time playing this, it scared the crap out of me. Super Mario Odyssey is one of the newest 3D Mario games, and it's pretty good. Now, if you've played this game, you'd probably say, hey, there's nothing scary in this game, and you'd probably be right. But you're not. In this game, there are segments where you meet up with a dinosaur. Look at the funny looking dinosaur. But there was just one segment that terrified me when I was younger. There's a part of the game where you go into a cave and grab a moon. But there he is. The dinosaur. It's just extra creepy because it's so dark and all you can hear are the dinosaur's thumps. And once he comes out, Jesus Christ! Run, Mario, run! Oh, you got the man. Alright, we're good now. I just wanted to include this entry because personally, when I was younger and played Super Mario Odyssey, this kind of just freaked me out. And when I was playing with my little brother, he started crying. Very scary moment in this game. Dog's Life is a game developed by Frontier Developments and published by Sony. It came out on the PS2 in 2003 and looks like this. This looks like shit. Anyways, the game is an adventure game where you play as a dog. It's an average shovelware type PS2 game. You play throughout the game as Jake the dog. No, not that one. This guy. He's kind of creepy, but this dog has a crush on this dog and has to save her. I'm not even gonna bother remembering like half the names in this game. Very simple Mario-esque plot. There's a villain in the game that like wants to make the dogs into cat food. Pretty much meaning she wants to murder them, which is pretty dark. What I want to tell you about is the dog pound. When you enter the dog pound, you're greeted by a dark, dead atmosphere with a blood red sky. It's just an eerie feel. And the music accompanying is also just terrifying. Just take a listen. It's very eerie music, which, I don't know, it makes this part feel somewhat surreal to me. Like, earlier when I talked about Piglet's Big Game, the music that was accompanying some portions of the levels were very like dark in contrast to like the cover art of the game. And I don't know, there's just something about this one that's a little different to me. Like the music accompanying like the more harsher, like pre-rendered visuals. This game's art style is just unintentionally creepy to me. And that's why the game is just creepy. Anyways, there's another part I wanted to talk about other than the dog pound. In the finale of the game, Jake and this other dog guy face Miss Peaches, the main antagonist of the game. She has a shotgun and she tries to turn them into cat food. But then, this guy farts and you're probably like, what the hell about this is scary? And I would say nothing, besides the shitty looking animation. But after he does this, she falls into a conveyor belt. Then she is taken by it. And as this happens, the narrator is talking, and he sounds like fucking Xavier Renegade Angel.
Miss Peaches is cat food. Or the loincloth. Wiener, take all.
She gets pulled into a meat grinder, and she's being grinded into cat food. What the actual hell? This game is just... I'm at a loss for words right now. What the freak? If I played this game when I was younger on my PS2, I would have been petrified. Also, in this level where this event happens, there's blood all over the walls too. And there's just something about this level too, like the way she's like, I don't know, it's dark. This ending is just morbid. We're ending off this video with a very interesting one. Ryan's Toy Reviews is a very popular kids channel about a kid named Ryan that reviews toys or something, I don't know. He's one of the most popular YouTubers on the site, period, and that's just crazy. But because of the popularity, he has gotten many merchandise over the years, including video games. Race with Ryan is one of the games to come out from this, and it's kind of shit. Like, I don't know what you're expecting me to say, it's just bad, but it is a game directed towards preschoolers, and it is like made by a 5-year-old kid, so that's most likely why. It's not rocket science. But anyways, if you go into the game's files, you can find a couple of faces used for Ryan. Aw, look at these faces. There's a happy one, a sad one, a really happy one with eyes closed, and then... What the hell? Yes, this is in a game made for people who don't even know their full alphabet. And it isn't like directly into the game. It is in the files, but still. It is creepy. And you know what makes this a little more disturbing is the fact that this is supposed to be based off a real kid too. I don't know, it just feels wrong that this isn't a game like this. Like, it's very just off-putting. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I promise to be making more videos this year than I did in 2024. That was not my year. Recently, I've had a lot of ideas. I've had the creative juices flowing inside of me, so I hope to just make a whole lot more videos. And I've been way more motivated to do this stuff, I guess. And I spent the last year like wondering what type of content should I do, and also, Jesus Christ, I was also facing like just like burnout in general, even though I did make one video, but still. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, like and comment if you want a part 2 where I maybe cover some other games, which I don't think a part 2 will come out. I probably did cover like the stuff that I did want to talk about in this video, but if you guys want a part 2, comment down below. And if you guys want to recommend any weird games for me to talk about, or just anything really, movie, cartoon, game related, just comment down below and I will see. I'll look into it, and maybe, just maybe, I'll pick it out and review it. But with all that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I do have my other platforms, my other channels in the description, which I don't really post to, but I will start posting. I do plan on posting on FooWave Gaming later this year. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.